Hollywood, I wish a nigga would. Man, y'all think a nigga gonna play with me? Man, nigga, I'm young and ace, nigga. Shit, why y'all keep saying I don't fuck with YB, man? I fuck with YB. I lost Jen. Me and bro wasn't even really talking. We kind of had some going on. Not no crazy, but like, we weren't really talking. We weren't seeing eye to eye. But that's still my brother, though. Right. Like, no matter what, that's still my brother. Feel me? I wouldn't go to the internet and bash him. He wouldn't do the same. And most people didn't even know. The world didn't even know. It's so crazy because I'm still talking to all his homeboys. He's still talking to all my homeboys. But just me and him not talking. You know what I'm saying? But like, so we brothers though, you feel me? So eventually we was gonna get over that shit. But it's like, I was just too late. And that's so crazy because I wanted to hit him up and he wanted to hit me up. But it was just like, man, my pride, man, this where he tripping. So me losing him, I ain't even go, when I was at his funeral, I ain't even stand up and look at his casket. I just carried it. I ain't even want to look at his face. Feel me? Because I ain't want it to be the last time I seen it.
Young and Ace on if he would ever end the beef with him and Fulio.
What would it take for you guys to squash it all? What he said was that you guys have talked a couple of times and he thinks that the beef will end sooner than later.
I don't know him. I never seen him before in my life.
Two of you actually talked on the phone.
We done DM'd each other before.
So there's been some communication between
For sure.
It sounds like he wants to figure out a way to squash it. Are you open to working things out with him?
He want to work stuff out because he got what he wanted. Like, he went up, so now he got what he wanted. So now it's like I say, bro, I don't know him.
What if the biggest drama in hip-hop right now isn't about music at all, but about loyalty? Not lyrics, not sales, not charts. Loyalty. Because when a viral clip surfaced showing Young and Ace laughing on FaceTime with members of NBA YoungBoy's 4KT circle, the internet didn't just react, it exploded. Comments flew, screenshots spread, narratives formed overnight. Some fans said it was growth, others said it looked calculated, and once that idea hit social media, there was no turning back. So, let's rewind, because this story didn't start with a FaceTime call. It started with tragedy. Back in 2018, Young and Ace survived a shooting that took the lives of his brother and close friends. That moment changed everything. His music shifted, his energy changed. The streets looked at him differently. During that dark time, NBA YoungBoy reportedly reached out personally. Not a tweet, not a repost, a call. That kind of gesture builds something deeper than industry networking. When someone checks on you at your lowest, it creates a bond that feels personal. And for a while, it seemed solid. Ace and YoungBoy were seen together. Shows, clubs, behind-the-scenes clips, interviews hinted at real friendship. Ace even spoke publicly about how they clicked early on. But here's where it gets complicated. At the same time, Ace was building a strong relationship with Jay DeYoungin. Jay was also from Louisiana, also rising, also connected to the same broader rap ecosystem. And Ace found himself cool with both sides. At first, that didn't look like a problem. Until it was. The spark that shifted everything wasn't a diss track. It was a leaked verse. A Jay DeYoungin reportedly received what he believed was a legitimate verse connected to YoungBoy. Thinking a collaboration was on the way, he teased it publicly. But when YoungBoy saw that, things went left. Public tweets, subtle shots, tension rising fast. What may have started as confusion quickly turned into visible friction. And in street rap culture, perception moves faster than clarification. Then things escalated even more on social media. Posts, subtweets, associates chiming in, fans picking sides. And suddenly, Ace was stuck in the middle. Because in this world, neutrality isn't always respected. When two people you rock with start beefing, pressure builds. You're expected to choose. Ace later admitted in interviews that there was tension between him and Jay during that period. Pride, miscommunication, waiting on the other person to call first. And before things could be fully resolved, tragedy struck again. Jay DeYoungin was killed. That changed the emotional weight of everything. Ace spoke about regret, about not wanting their last interaction to be distant, about not even wanting to look at the casket, because he didn't want that image to replace the memories. That kind of pain lingers. But while that chapter was unfolding, another layer was forming in the background. Ace had also been cool with King Von, and Von had real tension with YoungBoy. Different cities, different camps, online exchanges that fans never forget. So now, when people look back at Ace's connections, they see overlapping alliances. And in hip-hop politics, overlapping alliances create suspicion, not because there's proof of wrongdoing, but because optics matter. You fast forward, music numbers fluctuate, buzz shifts, the industry moves quickly. Staying relevant requires strategic decisions, collaborations, visibility, alignment. Then the clip drops. Ace on FaceTime with NBA Ben 10. Laughing, talking, casual energy. Ben 10 asking for music. Ace appearing slightly caught off guard. To some viewers, it looked like networking. To others, it looked awkward. And the comment section turned into a courtroom. He's switching sides. That's weird. Where was this energy before? But here's the part people overlook. Rappers aren't frozen in time. Relationships evolve. Beef cools off. Business decisions happen behind closed doors. Not every interaction signals a hidden agenda. Still, fans analyze body language like detectives. They replay tone, they slow down clips, they build theories. One group believes Ace is simply choosing peace, staying connected where he can, avoiding unnecessary tension. Another group thinks it looks strategic, like someone rebuilding alliances. But here's the key. There is zero public evidence of a backdoor plan, no leaked messages showing malicious intent, no confirmed plot, just speculation fueled by optics. And optics in this culture are powerful, because hip-hop grew out of real neighborhoods where loyalty means survival. The idea of being cool with someone your close friend had tension with hits differently in that environment, even if years pass, even if circumstances change, even if business requires growth. The audience doesn't forget. At the same time, the industry isn't the streets. It's a billion-dollar ecosystem. Collaborations can revive careers. Strategic alliances open doors. So what looks like betrayal to one fan might look like smart positioning to another. That's the tension here. Is Ace trying to survive the music industry, or is he moving in a way that conflicts with past relationships? Nobody outside that circle knows the full truth. What we do know is this: he survived unimaginable loss. He formed bonds during trauma. He navigated friendships that later turned hostile. He publicly expressed regret about unresolved tension, and now he's seen interacting with people connected to former conflict. Everything beyond that is interpretation, and interpretation spreads faster than facts. There's also another reality people ignore. Artists grow, people mature, situations cool down privately long before fans notice publicly. Not just because two camps had tension years ago doesn't mean that tension is active today. But social media rarely allows evolution without backlash. Every move is scrutinized, every laugh is dissected, every collaboration becomes a statement. And that pressure can distort perception. It's easy to build a dramatic narrative. It's harder to prove one. So where does this leave Young and Ace? In a complicated position. He's balancing history, business, emotion, and public opinion at the same time. If he stays distant, people ask why he's not networking. If he connects, people ask if he's switching sides. That's the tightrope. The culture values loyalty deeply, but the industry rewards adaptability. And sometimes those two values clash. At the end of the day, no public evidence shows Ace plotting anything against anyone. What exists is a viral clip, a layered history of relationships, and a fan base that refuses to ignore patterns. Whether this turns into a powerful new alliance or fades as a moment of internet overreaction depends on what happens next. But one thing is certain. In today's hip-hop landscape, perception shapes reality faster than truth does. At the end of the day, this whole situation proves one thing. In hip-hop, nothing stays quiet for long. A single clip can spark 1,000 theories. One FaceTime call can turn into a full-blown debate about loyalty, strategy, and street code. And once the internet starts building a narrative, it moves fast. But here's what really matters. We're watching this play out from the outside. We see clips, we see tweets, we see reactions. What we don't see are the private conversations, the real emotions, and the behind-the-scenes decisions that shape these moves. That's why it's important to think critically instead of just reacting emotionally. Young and Ace is navigating loss, friendships, business pressure, and public perception all at once. That's not simple. That's not black and white. And in this culture, every move carries weight. So the real question isn't just, is this loyalty or strategy? The real question is, How do you survive in an industry where every alliance is analyzed and every relationship gets judged? Is he evolving? Is he networking? Or is the internet reading too much into a moment? That's up to you to decide. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know where you stand on this. Do you think this situation is being blown out of proportion? Or do you feel like the optics say everything? And if you rock with real breakdowns like this, no bias, no forced narratives, just sharp analysis and straight conversation, make sure you hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're covering the stories the culture is talking about, the alliances, the tension, the behind-the-scenes politics that don't always make the headlines. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next, because in hip-hop, things change overnight. Stay solid, stay observant, and remember, in this game, every move counts.